This, my friends, this larger-than-life gaming rig, which makes sense because it's actually not alive. It's a computer. It can be as great as it wants, and you might pay $5,000 for it, but it is still not alive. We have not come to that point. Anyway, this is the 4th year running new generation Corsair Dream Machine, continuing the original Dream Machine concept, which started way back in 2009 and has been updated to be even better than before, but still not alive. Don't touch that button. I can't believe he touched the button. I thought we were going to keep recording. Anyway, well, I guess we'll move on. So we'll start with the outside of the Dream Machine Elite 2014, henceforth known as the DME2014, which actually isn't faster. On the front, we find a beautiful brushed aluminum finish. This will be familiar to anyone who has ever seen an 800D, except more wider and more taller and more better in general. So front I/O is handled up here at the top by a stealthed 5¼ bay looking thing. So the power button is accessible without flipping it down, but once you do, you've got your front audio connectors, 2 USB 3.0 ports, a reset button, and 4 USB 2.0 ports, so pretty much all the I/O you could want there at the front. Now the 5¼ bay implementation is very unique on this case because these are larger than 5¼ inches. But what you do is, if you do want an optical drive and you don't want an external optical drive, then you remove the cover and then there is a 5¼ recessed area underneath it. Moving down the front, we've got, yes, the extremely large, extremely solid piece of aluminum that covers the fan filters. So you just pop that baby off, press the 2 buttons right here, and there you go. One of the most easily removed, well-implemented fan filters I've ever seen. It has room for air to come in the front, room for air to come in the side, room for air to come out the back, although it wouldn't work that way unless you installed the front fans as exhaust fans, which I wouldn't really recommend. You will also find 3 Corsair AF series fans in the Dream Machine Elite 2014. These are their AFLs, okay? So they don't have the rubber isolators on the corners or the changeable color rings, but since they're in the front of the case and you won't really see them, I don't see that mattering too much. When we move to the left side of the case, oh, it's heavy. Oh, there we go. Whew. We've got an enormous window that allows you to see all the sexy hardware inside, and easy access to the basement where you find more removable fan filters. These ones just held on with magnets, which is basically magic. You've got reconfigurable drive cages, so you can actually move them around. It comes with 3 sets of cages by default, although you can purchase more. So you can either put all the cages down here, or you can, move them up here, or move them around however you see fit. Now we're moving around to the back. Oh, there we go. Of course, after we look at the top, so you'll see once again, this case is all about the airflow. So the entire top is one big grill. Yeah, I don't have a grill, but whatever, you get the point. All right. I/O is provided courtesy of the Rampage 4 Extreme, which may seem like a bit of an older board at this point, but this uses an LGA 2011 socket, and that board has been updated using the BIOS in order to have full support for IVB-E based chips. So more on that once we get inside. Anyway, the main point is that there are 8 USB 2.0 ports on the back, 1 PS2 keyboard mouse combo port, a clear CMOS button, an ROG Connect port, 2 eSATA ports, Bluetooth, Gigabit Ethernet, 4 USB 3.0 ports, 7.1 audio, including an optical audio out, and, of course, 4 DVI ports, 2 HDMI ports, and 2 DisplayPort ports on the back, because who knows, you might need to hook up like 1 bajillion monitors to it. Now it's time to get inside this machine, which is, of course, a very funny thing to say because this system is quite big and we could probably actually climb inside it. So we're going to go ahead and take that side panel off and show you the goods. So it starts right here at the heart. This is the Core i7-4960X. based on the IVB-E architecture. So it's a 6-core processor capable of turboing up to 4 gigahertz, of course, on a Rampage board, or I mean other boards as well. It is quite overclockable, being a completely unlocked Extreme Edition with 15 megs of cache. Now there are other CPUs available. The 4930K has 12 megs of cache, 6 processors, and is clocked slightly slower and also comes in at a much more palatable price point. And then there's also a quad core on this platform as well, but I wouldn't really recommend that for anyone who doesn't really need the 8 memory slots capable of using up to 64 gigs of RAM. So that CPU right there is cooled by none other than the Corsair H110. This is a dual 140 millimeter liquid cooler, so that's pretty much as good as it gets for an AIO. The only thing you could really do to cool this bad boy better would be to turn up the fan speeds really, really high. Right now it's very quiet, or go full custom for the liquid cooling. For memory, there are 32 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator Platinum DDR3 1866 memory. So what that means is because IVB-E supports faster memory speeds, 1866 is able to run natively. So just kind of showing that off, as well as the light bar showing off and just generally making it look sexy, showing that off as well. Speaking of things that look sexy and are show-offable, 2 GTX 780 DirectCU2 cards. These have been shown in my personal testing to overclock slightly better than reference cards. They also run extremely quiet and they run cooler, which means that they are more likely to run at their higher boost clocks than cards that are not cooled as well, because that's the way that GPU Boost 2.0 works. The lighting is provided by Bitphoenix Alchemy strips, which are installed in the top and bottom, giving it a nice red glow. And there are 2 Neutron GTX 240 gig SSDs installed in these top cages up here, giving you that RAID 0 performance, as long as you're willing to compromise a little bit of the data security. What I would probably recommend if you're configuring one of these for yourself is go with one larger drive and then maybe a large mass storage hard drive in addition to that, so you have somewhere to put all your games, unless you have a NAS. That's gold-plated or something like that. Down in the bottom, we've got the AX1200i. This is a fully digital power supply with full integration with Corsair Link software, meaning you can monitor power consumption and fan speeds and tweak things and all that crazy stuff. So yeah, definitely check out Corsair Link. If you grab one of these systems, you're going to enjoy some of the cool diagnostics you can do on the power supply. And then last but not least, the Republic of Gamers Rampage 4 Extreme. This board was as good as it gets back when LGA 2011 launched, and it's about as good as it gets now. So there you have it, guys. It's sexy, it performs really well, it's extremely expensive, and it's all about the concept of best of the best. Are the components in here the best bang for the buck? No. It's got an Extreme Edition. It's got 1866 memory, 32 gigs of it, more than most people, particularly gamers, are likely to need for quite a while. It's got dual GTX 780s, meaning up to 3 monitors plus an auxiliary one and 3D vision surround and fantastic performance at that. It's got a power supply that can power this machine and probably another similar one that you keep next to it as a footrest because you got tired of the one that was made of $100 bills. Look, guys, the point is this is for the extreme. Yes, NCIX can build you something that can perform almost as well for significantly less money, but if you're going for bragging rights, there's no secret as to why the Dream Machine series has been popular for all these years, because it encompasses and embodies the concept of overkill. Thank you for checking out this NCIXPC edition of NCIX Tech Tips. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this from NCIX.com.